Well, we are in the studio with a couple of Opera Omaha favorites here. Mark Walters and Kevin Shorter in for Fidelio. And good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Now, this is something that's a treat for us because we don't get a chance, Ricky, to talk to a lot of the folks from the Opera Omaha that come in.
No, it's a rare treat.
Definitely. It is. So when we do get a chance, we just scoop you right up and we, take up at least half your day. So hopefully you're here till, lunchtime.
So you get tired of us.
Yeah, entertain us, boys.
Well, Fidelio is in town here, and this is the first time it's come to Omaha. Is that right?
As far as I know, yeah. It was really been out of the standard repertoire for a long time until a year ago was the 200th anniversary of the main score that Beethoven wrote. And since then, there's been a number of productions around the country.
Tell us a little bit about the story for people who don't know it.
Well, the main plot of the story is that a woman has disguised herself as a man to rescue her husband, who has been a political prisoner for the last 2 years in prison.
Okay.
Yeah. And go ahead.
Held captive by the mean Don Pizarro.
Don Pizarro, which is my role. And we don't know exactly what Florestan, who is the dramatic tenor role and the political prisoner, we don't know what exactly he's done to offend me, but I have taken upon myself to hide him away in the bottom of the prison, and I've given him allowance of 2 ounces of black bread is his daily food allowance, and that's to ensure that he dies a very slow, agonizing, painful death.
Boy, this sounds like a lot of fun, Ricky.
It really does. Should we wear sparkles to this?
Of course.
No, but so politics, that's always good entertainment. And then I hear there's love in the story, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for more bread, I would think. But
Yeah,
For
love
more
of bread.
It's interesting that the main themes of the story are still relative to today. So
Yeah.
the love story is really what motivates the action.
Fantastic.
So, Kevin, what role is Rocco?
I am the jailer.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm responsible for feeding Florestan his bread.
Tough job.
Yes.
All 2 ounces of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'd never have heard of a singing jailer. How does that work? What do you sing about?
Oh, I was thinking cop rock. That's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have a daughter, Marcelina, who falls in love with Leonora, the woman who's dressed as Fidelio.
Oh, my goodness.
Because Fidelio, she wants to work with me. She knows that she would have access to the jail to obviously find her husband. Wow. And so she disguises herself as a man and wants to work with me. So I approve of Marcelina wanting to marry Fidelio / Leonora.
Do you know?
No, not until
so
much later.
you don't know.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little surprised. Everybody's sort of surprised near the end.
Golly. All right, so this isn't your first turn at doing these kinds of things. Got some background, I would think, in the opera.
In fact, Kevin had done the role that I'm singing earlier on, so he kind of knows the opera from other angles. I've recently gotten into the villain roles, which are a lot of fun.
Hence the black shirt.
Hence the black shirt, and they're sort of cathartic too, because you're running around chasing people with guns and knives, and singing and yelling as loud as you can, and it's a good release.
Sounded like my graduation. So, Kevin, when do you guys actually get on stage together? At what point do you first react to each other?
Oh.
Is it the first act, yeah?
It's in the first act.
Yeah.
The first time we meet each other is when I have declared that I've just found out that I get to kill Florestan. I'm a little excited about that, but it means that his torture has been shortened, which I'm a little disappointed about. But I need some help in plotting it, so I call him the jailer to assist me. And originally I want him to take care of the entire dirty deed, but
Yes.
he says that he is he won't go that far.
I'm only a jailer and not a murderer.
Wow.
Yeah. So I get him to dig the hole, as about as much as I can get him to do, and then I'm gonna take care of the rest.
It sounds like you may have a little bit of pity there, Kevin.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm sort of the good guy in the opera.
Okay, sort of. I guess we'll have to go and see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of background about how you warm up for a performance, how you guys get ready for it? What do you go through for your preparation?
Well, I'm an ex-athlete, was a wrestler in college, so I still do a lot of exercises. In fact, I often do push-ups in the wings before I go on stage.
Is that just to get the blood flowing?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I find that I can really get my body going, and I warm up vocally less if my body is ready to go and my blood is
Right.
flowing. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Don't even start, Ricky. I'm not
All
doing
right,
push-ups
give me
in the
20
morning.
before every show,
Exactly.
Chris.
Yeah, nice try.
What about you, Mark? What's your strategy?
Oh, my strategy: coffee is a good thing in the morning
Yeah.
to get things
Yeah.
going.
We use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Copious amounts.
we do a lot of research also before we get to a role for the first time. So generally, I will try to go to the original source and find out if the opera is based on a play or a story, and what the composer used to create his plot. And all, it's really, I didn't enjoy this kind of research when I was a student, but now I find it's kind of essential to understand my character and a lot of the details, and also what was going on at that point in history too.
Isn't that funny when we get older, how much history becomes that much more interesting?
Yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
I wish I'd had this interest when I was back in school. Now, what about, there's two performances here. We have a Friday night performance and a Sunday afternoon performance. But when you guys are doing this over and over in rehearsals and all that, how do you protect your voice?
We often mark, which is not singing full voice. Sometimes instead of singing a high note, we will take it down an octave. And we are equipped. I mean, we are seasoned veterans, so we know what to do to protect ourselves. And we don't have to sing. We can choose to sing, maybe if you're having a run through, and just sort of take it easy rather than giving everything
Sure.
all the time.
And it is an athletic event also. I mean, as Kevin was saying, he was an athlete, or still is an athlete. And so we've built an endurance over the years where we can sing 3 or 4 hours of full voice a stretch pretty much every day. But we'll take a day off before the performance so that we're fresh and ready to roll.
Got it. Allergies ever kick you in the butt?
Oh, that can be a problem, definitely.
Certain types of food, yeah.
Really?
I would see, dairy is
Dairy.
kind of phlegmy.
Dairy's bad, yeah.
But I know some of my colleagues don't have any problems with dairy or chocolate.
Don't say that word in here,
I
by
don't
the way.
have any problems
Yeah.
with chocolate
We
either.
should have brought some with us.
We love each other.
Ongoing topic on our show, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one over here.
You know what interests me is you guys said that you've been here for about a week and a half preparing for the role, rehearsing. So I've also noticed by your bios that you travel around the country, and not only around the country, but you've been to Japan and Luxembourg. And so you get in a week and a half. Do you have the opportunity to actually see the world, or are you just really focused on the show, or does it vary?
Well, that's one of the perks, I think, of our profession. I mean, it takes a lot of time with the study and preparing for new roles. I usually carry a couple of scores for upcoming events when I'm in a certain production. But it's nice to settle in the city for 3 weeks. And, I just walked across the pedestrian bridge yesterday, which is beautiful. And I've been asking the locals about the best steakhouse, which I hear there's a little contention.
Oh, there is.
Where we're going to go
yeah.
to. And,
Yeah.
And I had dinner in the market area last night and discovered there's all really kinds of great restaurants down
Yes.
there. And I have some friends in the area too. And so that's when we're not traveling every day, which some pop performer or jazz performers, go from gig to gig to gig every day. We're here for a little while and have a chance to kind of check out the area.
And once the performances, usually, I mean, in the States, in the regional houses, you usually have just 2 performances. So but when I'm in Europe, especially, and you have a run of maybe 10 performances or more, during the performance run, those days off in between performances, you can get out and about to see things. But here it's such a short period of time. You have rehearsals and then 2 performances, and we're gone. So it doesn't necessarily lend itself.
Do you guys find yourself in just the opera realm, or do you branch out into other things as well?
Well, I started off in musical theater, probably in my earliest performances. And I don't do that too much anymore, but you never know when that might come back around, as I age into certain roles that would be appropriate for musical theater.
I sang jazz. I also live in Switzerland, and I have a jazz combo there. And I played bass, guitar, and saxophone before I started singing opera.
What do you guys do in your band when you're not around? Do they all have other gigs too?
Yes, they do,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
No wonder your head's swimming. We were talking before we started that you've got multiple shows and all these things going on. You haven't slept for, 6 months?
Feels like it.
All right. Well, Kevin, Mark, thanks for coming in. We do appreciate your time. Obviously here, Opera Omaha, if you want to catch Fidelio, 2 shows, Friday night, 7:30, I believe. and Sunday at 2. So get your tickets if you want to find out more. Of course, go to our website. We'll have more on that. But enjoy Omaha while you're here.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.